But all right, it was a black dude, white dude, and a Mexican dude on this island. You know what I'm saying? But it had a little body of water. You know what I'm saying? That you could get across to go home. You know what I'm saying? To wherever they was from. But it was alligators in the water. You know what I'm saying? You hear me, Nike?
Right.
And it was alligators. It was alligators in the water, right?
Yeah.
So, they sitting up there talking every day, the Mexican dude, he didn't know no English, so they just kind of, he kind of thinking he knowing what they saying. And then so finally the white dude say, man, I'm gonna beat these alligators. These alligators can't be that goddamn fast. So he waited on them to go somewhere else. He didn't see them. Then he tried to swim. Goddamn alligators ate his ass up. Right. So goddamn, they stayed a couple more days, the black dude and the Mexican dude, and shit, the black dude got tired and he said, I'm gonna make it across this water. This motherfucker here don't know no English. I don't know what the hell he's saying. He don't know what the hell I'm saying. But I think I can make it across that water. So he dove in, started swimming, alligator ate his ass up too. So goddamn, that Mexican man stayed a couple more days thinking. And all of a sudden, whatever he said to himself, he dove in, started swimming. Shit, alligators saw him, and goddamn alligator just stayed there. And he made it across to the other side, jumping up and down, happy. And it was two alligators in the water, right? But it was only one of them that ate the other two up. And then the other one, he was wondering why he didn't eat the other one, right? So he asked me, say, man, why when the white dude swam across, you ate him up? Then the black dude swam across, you ate him up. And the Mexican dude swam across, you just let him go. Why is that? He said, man, shit. I ate one of them motherfuckers last week and my ass still burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I ever told you about I ever told you about the little boy with the Western Flyer wagon? Like,
yeah, I know. No, you never told me about the little boy.
Well, it was this little boy named Little Johnny. Little Johnny. And Little Johnny was in his wagon. Them wagons they used to buy us a long time ago. We used to put toys and shit in the wagon and pull it down the road, right?
Yeah.
But then this little boy was clever. So he took all his toys out the wagon and jumped in the wagon, acting like it was a car, and he was on a hill. So he made it go down the hill driving it. But driving them cars, driving them wagons, you gotta know which way to turn. So he was turning, the wrong way and went off the road in the ditch. The ditch, had a little mud in it. And it wouldn't go. He was talking about He was talking about burn. It wouldn't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? It was stuck in the mud. So he jumped out and started kicking the wagon and cussing the wagon out. And this preacher came by. And he said, hey, little boy, what you doing all that cussing for? He said, my wagon got stuck. He said, boy, don't you know you doing all that cussing? God can hear you. He said, God can hear me? He said, yeah, God can hear you. He said, where God at? He said, God everywhere, man. So he said, God everywhere. So next thing you know what I'm saying? He said, is God in the air? He said, yes, God's in the air. He said, is God in the trees? He said, yes, God's in the trees. He said, is God in that grass? He said, yes, God's in the grass. He said, is God in my wagon? He said, yes, God's in your wagon. The little boy said, well, tell him to get his ass out and he'll push. Yeah, I've been too many places, heard too many jokes.
Yeah, I should make up one. Maybe that's what it is, make up a joke.
Yeah, you I bet you can make up a lot of good jokes. You know what I'm saying? Because some jokes don't be jokes, they be for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, I just logged back into work.
Huh?
So I was logging back into work.
Oh, you log back into work. Oh. Yeah. You got a customer? Huh? Yeah, you be just sitting there listening till you get a call. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what you're going to have to worry about. You ain't got to worry about it, but when he go to work with his daddy, you just, shit, you go to work. Help him out. No, but listen, I want to get that mall down the road from the house you got, from where you at now. I want that mall around the corner. That's what I want. I want that mall around the corner. Yo, what? You know, huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's a what? You can tell people about stuff. I'm gonna call you back, Night. Yeah, world. That's my daughter, you know what I'm saying? We be telling jokes. I be telling her jokes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, it's all good.
There's no such thing as a good or bad memory. There is no such thing as a good or bad memory.
Yeah. Man, it's all the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't got nothing from the 6th month for 2017. I got all 8 months, you know what I'm saying? 8 months, you know what I'm saying? August 20th, August this, August that. I was busy during them days. Now let's go to 9. Yeah, let's go to 9, Daddy. 9/2, September 2nd, 1970. 770. The year 770. When Daddy was still cool, you know what I'm saying? 18 years young looking, but 770. Cool ass daddy too, making sons and daughters. You know what I'm saying? Can you say that? Let's go to that day, September 2nd. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll come back down and show y'all what 69 said, what 65 said, what 63 said, what 62 said, what 61 said. Shit, but here go 770. That year, 17, the year, and September, the month, and second today. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it, God. Let's hear what you said that day. 2017, y'all. The year 0. We started over. God, and God loves y'all, and love loves you. Cause love is God, and I'm God that loves you, and I'm love that loved God so much to where I loved everything after him that I didn't know and now know. And I loved everything so much that I made myself God and wrapped everything I loved in it. And if you didn't love me, you might not have came inside to see the show of God. Now let's hear what God got to say now to that. Yeah.
Hello world, this your boy,
10:34.
your daddy,
Yeah.
your son, your brother, your grandson,
Yeah.
your cousin,
Mm-hmm.
your nephew,
Yeah. Tell him, God,
your uncle,
your uncle, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Pitt, you know what I'm saying? That's
your
my boy.
grandfather.
Your grandfather was Uncle Pitt, Adam. Sure was, you know what I'm saying?
Everything
To all y'all people. Everything
You know
to all y'all.
I'm
You
the
know what I'm
king.
saying? I'm
We
the
are
king.
going back to
EA.
that now.
Everything and
We
all
still
things.
gonna have a president, but
Yeah.
the president gotta speak to me.
That's what I'm
And I
talking
gotta
about.
tell you what I think.
Yeah. If the president can meet with Kanye West, shake his hand, the president can meet with
we
Adam.
gonna make a new world
We
order,
can get on our knees
a new
together.
heaven on earth
Get up and shake hands.
for everybody.
God to God. But if you
No
can't do that with me,
wars
Donald Trump,
and
then I don't know you.
Cause daddy
And
here
I
talking
can't see
about
you.
me in your Bible.
You know what I'm saying?
You
I don't
didn't
even
know
listen
it
to
was
politics,
talking about
Donald Trump.
first
Don't worry
Adam.
about it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Bring
I'm
'em here
God.
to
Law
try to
not
tell
me.
you.
Government on my shoulder,
Joseph
though.
Smith. But
I
then
make things
y'all didn't
legal.
believe them, and old Joe was a good
So please
prophet,
can leave us
but
alone.
he only reached
I say
just a
please,
few
not
people,
police.
God.
I say please.
But you reach
And I say
the
freedom is
whole
free
wide
Adam all
world.
day long. Freedom,
God.
free
This
Adam.
Frankie Cole.
It's
Your
in the
cousin.
word.
How you
And the
doing,
word was
Troy?
with God
How
in the
you
beginning.
doing, Frankie? I'm just chilling.
And the
You
word
know
was
what
with
I'm saying?
God.
I'm just
And the
missing
word
Bay
was
City. When
God
you gonna get to come?
all the
We
time.
gonna throw you
No
a party.
time was
Get
it not
already
God.
now. The county
And
feds gonna
Adam
be
do
ready
all
this
his
year.
thing right now.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
doing this for you. The
Doing it for
home
you.
of God.
Yeah.
Bay City, Texas.
Yeah.
So you coming home, Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Ha ha, yeah. This
Yeah.
Deontay, your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, cuz?
Ain't nothing to
it, Deontay.
That's it,
I'm
Deontay.
praying for you.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Deontay. When I give you this money, you ain't gonna have to worry about no man.
Shit, no.
Man gonna be under your feet.
Yeah.
And you gonna be under their feet. And
Yeah.
all y'all gonna be up on the ground if y'all be messing around in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no marrying no more. Tell your kids, your grandkids and all that this is heaven. And we don't get married in heaven. Jesus told you that. And this God, I'm making sure y'all know. No more generations gonna get married. Just have kids and just, can have fun. Have kids by who you wanna have kids by. You know what I'm saying? And you raise them yourself because you're gonna be rich. Ain't no man gotta pay nothing unless he want to, then the baby gonna be that much richer. But he gonna come in the world rich. All y'all gonna be rich because y'all my children. You know what I'm saying? I mean what I say when I say things. Because I'm God. I'm your big man. Sugar Man's big brother. Big man. That's what Sugar Man used to call me when he was little. You big man. You my daddy. That's what he be telling me. He be telling me that I'm God. His daddy, but then I'm his main daddy. I'm the first Adam, but then, I couldn't hear him for years. Then when I finally figured out, then he wanted to tell me, nah, you Adam LaTroy Jackson. After all them years, letting me know that you believe in me. Then after I go crazy, then you don't want to tell me no more because you don't want me to go crazy no more. But I ain't going to go crazy no more because I'm here now. It's God. When me and Adam was living together, it was kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Adam had to be used to one another. Now we are used to one another. You know what I'm saying? And now we ready to do whatever it takes to be sanctified, fortified, spiritualized, heal the sick, make cures for all these cancers and all that. Gotta find cancer to cure cancer. No, you can't do that. You won't do it. God, we tried. That just gave them cancer. And they died. So we can't try that no more, God. Well, we gotta try something, man. You can't give them cancer. We gotta give them something. Something gotta kill cancer and make the body go back good. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just gonna give y'all a new body in just a few weeks. Y'all do me right, I'ma do y'all right. Soon as y'all start paying tithes and offerings real good, a few weeks after that, I'm gonna make it where y'all ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna give y'all new bodies, 21 years old forever. Fine, everybody fine, beautiful. This you ain't gotta worry about nothing. All you gotta do is come up 4 years, and you'll be 21, and then you gonna stop right there. So that's it, baby girl. You from heaven, and ruins are caving. And James O'Neal, yep, y'all gotta grow up. All y'all that was just born, all y'all gotta grow up. And then when y'all 21, then y'all gonna stop. Papa, I wanted to be 18. We'll work on that. Right now, say that 21, son. I'm gonna work on that, but you a bad behind. Got doodle on me. That's my grandson, Roland. Papa, I love you, man. I love you too, grandson. We'll always love you and James and Haley and Jeremy's baby that's coming. I'm gonna love all y'all, and I love Jeremy and Champ and Diamond and Nike and Casey and Onisha. I love them all. I love all my kids, and I love my stepkids by Diane. You know what I'm saying? Just a loving pawpaw. That's all I am. You know what I'm saying? But I'm God. So y'all get with me. Let's make this money, and let's have some fun. Giving to God is forever. And you give, and I'm gonna give. And mine is gonna be a loving relationship, and we gonna get more money, more money, more money, more money. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, I love y'all, and how you doing, Tundra? One of my Tundras coming, you know what I'm saying? I love my Tundras, boy. I love my Tundras. I gotta get me a Tundra. Shoot. Y'all get me one. Somebody bring me a white Tundra, white on white, with some white rims. Bring me a Tundra, you know what I'm saying? Gotta hike it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Make it look nice. Big boy. For a big boy. Hike it up. You know what I'm saying? But then, man, I love y'all, man. I really do. I really love all my children. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to talk to y'all. I said I wanted to talk to my children. I think I told you enough that you are God. You know what I'm saying? I read what Jesus said. Then I go where Jesus got it from. And that's Psalms 82, 6 and 7. Where I said, I have said, you are God. And all of you are children of the Most High. But you're going to die as men and fall as one of the princes. Because you're not going to believe you gods, man. If you don't believe you gods, it's going to do nothing but just do nothing. You're just not going to believe you gods. And then you're going to get put back in a baby and have to live this life again and hear this CD again. Hear me say this live next time in 2017 years. Because that's how long we do it. Every 2017 years, we go back to the year 0. And we at that time now. You know what I'm saying? So all y'all, man, get with me. I love y'all, man. And I will always love y'all. But I'm going to get off this thing now, and I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.
All right, then. Now I'm finna go to Revelation 13. You know, I come in Revelations 13 talking about the beast. You know what I'm saying? And the beast ain't nobody but a man. You know what I'm saying? The beast is a man. The mystery is 666 is not the devil, not evil, not a demon, not Satan, not Lucifer, not anything harmful to you. Just somebody who was given the authority to mark you and punish you and do bad things to you. Talk about you behind your back, spread rumors, spread lies about how to heal a disease, tell people to shoot people up with Clorox to kill them, heart failure, and you put on their toe, coronavirus, killed them. Shit. Boy, I told you that ain't nothing but a cold. Get some cold medicine, NyQuil, and knock it out. Sleep, wake up, feel good. But let me read my stuff here. All right, this is the beast. First you had the dragon. And the dragon was the devil. That was the devil, the dragon. That's who the enemy is. And the enemy, the devil, was the dragon. And then the dragon gave power to that first beast. And God only allowed that first beast to be a man 42 months. Well, the beast 42 months. Marking God with the whole world marking God. Because the dragon gave the beast power. And everybody worshiped the beast. And said, who is better than Donald Trump? And God didn't even vote for Donald Trump. God wanted the nicer lady that had a president husband before. And then everybody talked about her so bad. Then just took her out of the game and gave President Donald Trump the trophy and made him a president, made him a legend. And he really didn't even do nothing but be a rich man that went from first to last. Because if he got money more than $21.50 a month, then God is a liar. And if God is a liar, everybody gonna die. Yeah. And I beheld another beast. This meat is God. I'm this beast coming up out of the earth. When I fell in, I almost went through the bottom. And he had two horns like a lamb. It was me, a ram. And he spoke as a dragon. Yeah, I spoke as the devil would, because I sin with my mouth, or I sin in the devil's face, whatever I do. I sin so I can make him sin. And his sin is being an accuser of the brethren. So yes, I'm a sheep in wolf clothing, you can say. And he exercised all power of the first beast before him. Like Donald Trump do, I do. But I'm God doing it. And causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. And that's how y'all got Donald Trump as president. You know what I'm saying? Whose deadly wound was healed when Christ was put on the cross. You know what I'm saying? When they put Adam on the cross, then the deadly wound of Donald Trump was healed. You know what I'm saying? And he was well again. He was able to meet with Kanye West. Kanye West was healed. And everybody was healed. And then God said, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven. Because can't nobody do that but God. I cast Satan down already. He ain't up here. Christopher is. From heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm raining fire down on the ground right now. And deceiveth them that dwell on earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. You know what I'm saying? Which had the wound by the sword and did live. So y'all trying to make a statue of Donald Trump before you even think about making a statue for God, Adam LaTroy Jackson. That's what I hear in that scripture. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And Adam did give power to Donald Trump, that the image of the beast should both speak. And yes, Donald Trump do speak. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And they all want to keep Trump from falling. You know what I'm saying? But he already fell, man. I seen him fall off like lightning from heaven when he didn't show up to God's house. When God said, come get on your knees with him, he didn't. So what you think God gonna do with him? How he gonna come through that water, through that ground, through all that to come back up here? You see him on screen, but I don't even believe he living. I know I am. I'm in the clouds. He come up here. He bold as hell. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. You know what I'm saying? Free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. And that's just a credit card with God as the beast, with the lion as a face, and God's face in the line. You know what I'm saying? With God's name, Adam LaTroy Jackson, in everybody's forehead. And that no man, get this, no man gonna buy or sell except he that has the mark. Save he that had the mark. And that's Adam LaTroy Jackson on a credit card. And he lend and don't expect nothing in return. That's the good thing about God. The bad thing about man. When he was on top, he worried about his money coming in all the time. Didn't want to rent to black people, didn't have to. And he the president? Why? Why, oh why? Do you conversate with the wicked? Choose the wicked over God, or the name of the beast and the number of his name. So here is wisdom, y'all. This God to all banks, IRS, IRAs, 401ks, government, left and right. Here is wisdom from God, Adam LaTroy Jackson, Jesus Christ. Let him that has an understanding count the number of the beast. God Almighty, Adam LaTroy Jackson. For it is the number of a man, not a devil, not a demon, not an evil thing, not a Satan, not a Lucifer, but a man. And his number is 600, 60. 600, 60. Big six. And add a 6. On Route 66, I gotta go. And old Philip 66, which should be Brown 66. Now, said Jack, son, Uncle Peck, Tupac, 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 Tup up, and Tup never gonna go down. Cause he's Jakai Jesus. Like James Carr was Jesus Christ. Jakai Jesus is J Jack's son. You know what I'm saying? And Jack, J, is the Big Daddy. And you can call him Big Daddy Kane. If you want to call him Big Daddy Kane, you can. Really, he Big Daddy kind. You know what I'm saying? Kind and respected, reliable, righteous, real, respected by God and everybody else in his world. Money is a thought, not an action or a theme. Money ain't shit. If he say $2.50, you put the card in, approve, take it out, going on about your business. Whatever you want to buy. I don't give away food stamps no more. Ain't no such thing as no Social Security no more. Ain't no such thing as taxes no more. Ain't no such thing as a credit score no more. So if you got a business trying to lower people's credit score, don't worry about lying for me or nobody else. because that's not a business we have. We got businesses that went out of business because they was lending and expecting things in return, like car lots, apartments, houses, everything that can be rent to own, everything can be leased is wrong business, not godly. You know what I'm saying? So get your act together. Meet with Action, Satisfaction, the main attraction, Jackson. He God Almighty. My name, his name. And my name, y'all's too, if your name, his name, then your name. You know what I'm saying? I'm making beats again with kids, you know what I'm saying? Doing my thing, doing your thing, doing everybody's thing. Hollering at the moon, nigga. Shit. Ride with me. 1969. 8:30. No, 9/1. September 1st. 1979. Rock that in 769 years. Go back in time. Holler at the world this time. God, go ahead. Listening we is. Writing we are. And read, we already read what's coming. Go ahead. Listen to me. God. In the yard. Doing right for right. Never wrong for shit. Shit can't give me nothing but shit. Good shit though. Ball it. Turn to gold. Gas. Fart. Unleaded. Shit. Leaded. So now you know why everything going good. An enemy used to be an enema. Remember that? The enema, you get that thing stuck up your butt with that hot water, blew up your butt, and then you shit. You know what I'm saying? That was the enema cleaning you out. They used to clean you out every now and then. But they don't use enema no more because enema was an enemy. So E-name is enema. Or enemy is E-name. That's everybody's name that ain't named God before they get their name. You gotta love me. All your heart, mind, body, and soul, and spirit. Before you love anything else, you gotta love all that first. Then when you penetrate and get God's eyes, you see that you can love your strangers and love your enemies and love your friends. And then you can start making family members love you, because you'll love them more than they can ever love themselves. Because when you God, you me. And when you me, you me. And when you me, you me. And every one of them me's is you. This God. I'll let your boy, Adam LaTroy Jackson, signing on to be God right now. 2017, September 1st, 1969. This verse broke the camel's back, got the water out, made it the rest of the way. You the shit, daddy. You the shit.
This your boy.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I got you.
Now, what I'm doing is writing the last part of the Bible, the third and fourth testaments, maybe the fifth. But I'm writing these books for the Bible, and you are part of it, kids, grown-ups, senior citizens. I love y'all, this God, and I'm coming for y'all.
on YouTube.
everybody.
Find new releases, playlists,
So,
and more in
all
one spot.
y'all people in them nursing homes that had to be evacuated and was underwater, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do what I had to do. Ain't nobody listening to me. Tilly still telling me I'm still not God. Actually, Tilly, this Adam. God is God, but I use his name. Because Jesus wrote upon me in Revelation 3:12, he wrote upon me my new name, which was God. You know what I'm saying? Then he wrote upon me his new name, which was Adam. You know what I'm saying? That was Jesus, what he did for me, Tilly. This pet, you know what I'm saying? Me and Jesus hang out all the time. We ride. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you used to ride. Shoot, me and Jesus go to that track, man. We got some boosters fixed up like yours, Tilly. And we got them, you know, stretched longer than yours. And then we I be hanging with old boy, the black dude that you be watching, that's, all them. Shoot, I be hanging with all of them. Celebrities, man. Smoke, the real smoke. You know what I'm saying? Taught me how to get out the hole, Chris. Shoot, you don't want none of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back down to Missouri and build y'all a track down there and let them twins run that track down there. When I come down to town, me and my boys, we gon', say I love. You know what I'm saying? See where we running that quarter mile and that 8 mile. Test and tune. All that crap. You know what I'm saying? Daddy's still gonna race. Shoot. It ain't out of me yet. Gonna be old man. Shoot, I love the motorcycle, man. Shoot. Then won't tell me I'm not God. You will see. You know what I'm saying? You gonna lose 30 y'all when I leave. Me and a lot of kids, a lot of elderly gonna go back and leave it for y'all grown up. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gonna be 21 years old on earth. And it ain't gonna be no more sick. It ain't gonna be no more sick. That's what's happening. See, when the bottom rises, you know what I'm saying? The bottom of the earth rises, and they gotta push that water in land. You know what I'm saying? Cause we be turning so fast. And when we go around certain curves, they wanna pull the water and shift and shake. The wind start blowing, and then it makes hurricanes. And then it makes tornadoes. And they come at us, God. Thank you, God, for not letting it get us. This Nashville. I hear you. I love y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna let nothing happen to y'all. Louisiana, I love y'all. Y'all come on down to Dallas at different times. I gotta get my Texas folks first. Get them some cribs. You know what I'm saying? That's where the money gonna go. The money gonna go to buying houses for these people who was renting, own houses. We're gonna start with the ones that own houses. Now we're gonna just give everybody this first come, first serve. It don't matter if you own the house or if you rent the house. You gonna get a new house from God, 4 bedrooms. 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom, whatever you need, it's gonna be yours from God. All of us in my Father's house is many mansions. That's what Jesus told y'all. He wasn't lying. So I'm gonna make this a new area. Freeport, Lake Jackson, all y'all finna be built up. And then it ain't gonna be no more seat, just like John said. And then, hey man, I want y'all to be fruitful and multiply, but your kids ain't gonna go no more than 18. And you gonna be 18 or 21, whichever one you wanna be. But it's 18 or 21. You can't drink if you're 18. Nah, I'd rather be 21, God. Everybody 21. Vote on it. All right, we all vote 21, God. Thank you, God, for coming. You know what I'm saying? You are our main source forever. We love you, God. It's the whole world. And, but we gotta get off this thing now. We love you, God. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
Yeah, man.
Luxury beat.
God just like to be God, man. That's all. Just want to ride like everybody else. Not have to ask to borrow somebody's stuff. Not be messed with. Get somebody to come clean up after me. Not my butt. No. I'm good with that. Just, like when I mess up my room, they got somebody come clean it up for me. Then we ride in the sunset. Come home in the evening after a long day's work, checking on plants, asking about this, asking about that, loving life and life loving me. That's all it is, man. And I want to drive a nice looking Tundra, and I want to drive a nice looking Rolls Royce, and I want to drive a nice looking Bentley, nice looking Mercedes, nice looking Cadillac, big boy Escalade, and you can give me a luxury 4-door coupe, 4-door Jaguar, big boy though, not no sports kind, but the big Rolls Royce looking, Bentley looking kind that I think up in my mind for Maserati and Jaguar to look like. Remember the Mercury Cougar? We gonna make a Rolls Royce Cougar, a Rolls Royce Cougar for the black cats. You know what I'm saying? Rolls Royce Cougar for the black cat. You know what I'm saying? The black cat, right? Not black cats, the black cat. He need a cougar. Don't matter who is who, what is what. Fine, they all up. But I'm just one man. One man, God, angel. That's all I am. One man, God, angel. Man, God, angel. Man, God, angel. Nickname, Christ. Christ is a nickname for God. That's all. Like Pet is a nickname for God. And Pet is a nickname for Adam. And if you're a Pet, Uncle Pet, Aunt Pet, Mama Pig, Daddy Pig, Grandpa Pig, Grandpa Pig. Shoot, you pick, you know what I'm saying? And pick don't play. He pray with an A. Don't pray on me as an E. Cause you pray with an E in it, that means I'm the prey you trying to eat. And I said, eat my flesh, drink my blood. And that's the word of God. That was with me from the beginning. Name Adam. Was with me in the beginning. Roll with me. And the word was me. This God. Adam LaTroy Jackson. And Gad is God, Adam Daddy. And the city of Gad is Adam. And Gad is God of the children of God. And his name is Adam. God, Adam Daddy. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? Trump 5G promise. President Trump bills could help you become cash rich from the 5G revolution. Don't worry about Trump, you worry about Adam.
It's YouTube
He the
Music.
president.
Download the app today.
And Adam
Get a trial
not
of
gonna
Music
wear no
Premium on us. Restrictions apply.
blue and white stars on no hat. He ain't gonna wear no top hat. He ain't no a magician. He's majestic. And majestic mean he just get a high top fade, put a crown on his head, you know what I'm saying, and just chill, you know. All fingers wear rings. Thumbs, just raise them up. Thumbs up, Nike symbol pointed up, that mean we on the earth. But when that Nike symbol turned down, mean we smoking cigarettes. Newports. And Newports really, King Newports is really what I already knew. Since I was 21 years old, Newports became K Newports. You know what I'm saying? With a K in it. Newports, like I already knew about y'all. But I ain't know about y'all until I joined the army, because all my folks smoked was cools, you know what I'm saying? Made sure I ain't like them, because it had fiberglass in the filter. I couldn't stand the cool. Cools gave me headaches and stuff, so I never smoked cigarettes. Till I joined the army, my buddy, 2-hour guard duty. I said, man, let me smoke one of them with you. Yeah, Newports. Smoked it, smelled good, went down good. Thought I was kind of warm in 30-degree below weather. Thought I was warm, you know what I'm saying? And for that hour, I felt good. So I asked him for another one the next hour. He gave me one, you know what I'm saying? Smoked it. Took about 10 minutes to smoke it. And for the next 50 minutes, I felt good. Went in, woke the relief up. Told him it was his turn to go on guard duty, filled the pot belly stove up so it wouldn't go out on us. You know what I'm saying? And crawled up in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Made sure my boy left out to guard duty. And them cigarettes helped me out. So after that, I didn't want a bomb from David Davis no more. What I did, I just bought me a carton myself. You know what I'm saying? When the gut truck came, bought me a carton. And when I got back to the rear, I had a carton of my own in the icebox. Kept them in the icebox, kept them fresh. You know what I'm saying? Newports. But then the icebox was filled with Newports, Budweiser, and whatever else we drank. You know what I'm saying? We had a ball in Germany, man. Liked it, you know what I'm saying? Loved it, man. I ain't just like it, I loved it. And we loved you over here, Troy. It's the women. And man, I just wish I can get on a plane and come see you right now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I gotta get my life together. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be prepared to meet what I meet, do what I do, have what I have, keep what I got, and then I'll have what I need, you know what I'm saying? And that's just love, you know what I'm saying? That's all I ever asked for. Told Jesus, tell him to love me, man, that's all. And I'll come love him back. And that's what I thought I was doing, you know, all these words I've been saying, you know what I'm saying? Provoking the devil to open his mouth, making him shame himself for accusing God on what he did in his face to let him know he who he is, an accuser, a judge. Whatever I do in your face, you can't judge at all. This God. When you God, man, you look for people to judge, because they judging our people. And our people can't be judged, because ain't no judge for law-abiding citizens. If you break the law, kill, steal, and destroy, then what good is the law if you had no law? But if you had law and you had Jesus, then Jesus told you don't steal, kill, and destroy. You stop killing, stealing, and destroying. You loved God with all your heart, mind, body, and soul, and spirit. Then you became God and went through the eye of that needle as the man or camel you was. And when you got to the other side, you loved everything else, strangers, enemies, friends, and then you became God yourself. And you sit on the throne. And you didn't want no judging and accusing. You just wanted peace. You just wanted a car to drive, truck to drive, people to see, people to laugh with, people to tell jokes to, and people to have fun with. Rejoice, y'all. Rejoice with joy. You know what I'm saying? Be merry. Eat and drink. You know what I'm saying? Learn Lord. And Lord learn you. You know what I'm saying? Lord Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Can't be beat. Can you beat it, man? Can you beat it? Or are you getting beat? Yeah. Let me see what went on in 65, the year before I arrived, this God.
Hello world, this your God, your forever God, the one that's flying you in my wings right now. All of y'all is up under God's wings, but you don't see him. I let you see what you see on earth, because you are people. I love you too, if that's what you see. Because, hey man, I made y'all, all y'all, for this day. Today is the 30th, and today is Wednesday, the 30th. Thursday will be the 31st, and Friday will be the 1st of January. Coming up this week, this God, and it's the year 0. We're going back 2017 years. Let's start over. If anybody else die on me, I ain't gonna take you in. I got too many. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 billion. The rest of y'all gonna fall off. Hell. Cause y'all didn't believe like my boy Nick. I meant what I said. This God, Adam did. Adam repented. He felt sorry that he said what he don't fight with his fist.
In the past,
Fight
solar
with
was
his
very
tongue.
expensive.
And Nick, you
But
ain't got
the
nothing for
solar
me.
game has changed.
I win this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Juanita Bynum told y'all if I get to the third dimension, but I'm at the sixth. I'm cold-blooded. I'm God. All the way, Juanita Bynum. He gonna be God, and then I ain't gonna be able to do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what Juanita Bynum said, God, about you. She be talking about you, God. This poem. She try to sneak it in there like she ain't, but then she is talking about you, Adam. When you get back on at home, listen to the internet, Adam. This poem. And listen to Juanita Bynum talk to you, nigga. She gonna talk to you now. We here, Adam. This Juanita Bynum. I love you. I love you to death. You did what you had to do. You convinced us and convicted some. You done what you said you was gonna do. You not Jesus. You Adam. You know what I'm saying. But you the first and the last. You run together. You know what I'm saying. I think that's 4:1. Isaiah 4:1. But hey, man, I love y'all too, man. I love y'all too. It's God. You know what I'm saying. Shoot, man, I'm here in Adam, my grandson. Adam is his father. You know what I'm saying. And then him. And then Jeremy. And then Champ. The last time. When Champ come home, Rowan coming with him. Everybody to come to God's party, but I'm going home before y'all. This Adam. You know what I'm saying, Champ. You the last Adam. You the plug. So if anybody ever mess with my son Champ, he the plug. I'm the plug too, but he the plug. He the one that's gonna end the world. When I go, y'all gonna bury me in a tomb, standing up. Just pour the stuff on me so I won't decay. I'm gonna keep the same look. In ice. No, don't do me like that. Shoot, I might freeze to death. These scars when I come out, skin all messed up. But I eat in myself, cause I wouldn't have nothing. The organs would be in good shape, God. Yeah, they be solid. Then when you unthaw them all the way, then it would be anything that goes.
God, you something else. You be talking way out, God. Now let me see what my girl talking about.
We're talking about dreams. And I want to draw your attention to Genesis 37:9 to 11. The Bible says, and he dreamed yet another dream and told it to his brethren and said, behold, I have a dream more. Behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. He told his father and to his brethren. His father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth? And his brethren envied him, but his father observed the same. I want you to note something, that his brother had one response, and his father had yet another response. It said that his father observed the same. So to observe comes from this Hebrew word shamar. It means to keep or to guard. It means to watch. It means to wait in anticipation of something coming to pass. It means to treasure or hold it as a treasure in your mind. It means to protect. So, in as much as his father wasn't too pleased that he was going to be the one that would bow down to it, but yet he became a destiny protector and a destiny helper. This is what it means that he observed. He took note of it, he was aware of it, and he began to protect his son. His father became the dream protector and a dream defender. And in this season of your life, I'm decreeing that as God gives you dreams, God is also going to give you dream protectors and dream defenders. There are several different things that I want to talk to you today about dreams. Number one, a dream prepares you for a successful future that is much grander, bigger than anything you are able to imagine. And so I keep saying and repeating over and over that in my dreams, I see a world filled with visionaries, dreamers, and innovators who push humanity forward and who inspires others to do the same. And that's my dream. And so Joseph dreamed of a future that was so different from the one that he was living in. And in it, he saw two major economic shifts. And God showed him how he was going to capitalize on both of them. This required a certain level of maturity and capacity, which could not be provided in the environment or the economic climate he was currently living in. So, in the sovereignty of God, where we ended up with our last teaching, we see the hand of God sovereignly moving, but protected him in the equation of his life, and yet the series of life experiences, along with the life lessons that he would learn that would eventually cause this meteoric rise to the top. So his brothers, on one hand, could have experienced a similar kind of rise, but they rejected the dream based on their perception of the dreamer. And I keep thinking about Stephen Jobs and how many people obviously rejected him. In fact, in one season of his life, his board of directors fired him from Apple because they thought that he was way out there and he was going to be the one that would be the death of Apple, and he lived in this alternative reality, and he lacked people skills. And a lot of us get set up by the enemy when we look at people's personality that we're assigned to. And I often tell the story of my spiritual father. And he was a very strong man. He was choleric personality at that particular time. I was more of a sanguine personality. I'm more choleric than I am sanguine now. If you looked at sanguine and choleric, I probably was like a 50-50 ratio, 50% choleric, 50% sanguine, or maybe 60-40. But he was definitely like maybe 90% choleric. And he was a strong man. But because I did not grow up with a father in my house, his personality was perfect to develop the leader that was on the inside of me, while other people were upset with his personality, and many individuals actually ended up, I think, aborting their purpose and aborting their destiny. I was able to stay and I was able to be developed by this great visionary. He was a man ahead of his time, and his frustration was because there was no collective capacity within the leadership that was called. I'm not saying that there was not gifted. There were very, very gifted and intelligent people, but the collective capacity could not support the vision of this man. He was a man way ahead of his time, way ahead. And I recognize the great opportunity that I had, and I was pretty tough as well. I was not a crybaby. I saw many people cry under his leadership, and I couldn't understand. I felt like, I used certain words to describe certain of the people. But I thank God for him today. And a lot of people get caught up in the personality traits of the person that is called to develop their gifts and talents. I'm not talking about institutionalized abuse here, because there are abusive situations where you should leave. So I'm not talking about institutionalized abuse. What I'm saying is this, that many people that are assigned to develop our capacity and our maturity may be people whose personality is different from ours, and we should not judge it. And you look at Elijah and Elisha. Elijah was clarity, 100% clarity. And here you have Elisha, and he's like 100% sanguine. Everybody loved him. Nobody liked Elijah. But Elijah was the only person that had the mental and anointing and the fearlessness and the confidence as a leader to develop Elijah, the next great prophetic voice that Israel would experience. And a lot of times we abort what God is doing in our lives, maybe because our supervisor has a certain type of personality or our boss has a certain type of personality, and we get into this belly aching, oh, they don't like me. But you're not hired to be liked by anybody. You're hired to do a job. And could God have placed you there just to develop you so that you could rise and not only be number one in the industry, but to dominate on a global stage. And I've decided now that even as I begin to speak to and train the next generation of leaders, and these are industry specific leaders, I'm called to leaders, not just church leaders, but to doctors and lawyers and businessmen and businesswomen and to government officials. In the days to come, how you progress and succeed and thrive will be based on how you relate to those that God has placed in your life to develop maturity and capacity. And then secondly, then how you also relate to dreamers. And a lot of times dreamers are individuals that are so passionate about what they do. They're not in a Mr. and Mrs. Congeniality competition. They don't have a need to be liked because from God, God has built their internal building block of esteem and image and identity. And they're not relying on someone else to determine who they are and what they're called to do. And these individuals are non-compliant. They're non-compliant to foolishness. And they're non-compliant to the traditions of man. They're non-compliant to religion. And they're non-compliant to the status quo. They don't care. What they do care about is the fulfillment of a dream and a vision and an assignment, their purpose that is God-given. And they care strongly enough that they would need mother and father and sister and brother in order to fulfill that dream. And so whenever you are assigned to support a dreamer, they're there so that you are not just going on along for the ride, but you're going to succeed when they succeed, and you're going to progress when they progress, and you never have to worry about what's in it for you. I've built many people's infrastructure for ministry, and I've supported many people in their dreams straight up until my 40s. And I did it with pleasure. It was an honor. And now God has entrusted me with my own. And I believe that as you give your best, a lot of people I've discovered, and this is just my personal experience, they withhold their best for themselves. And they only give a portion of their gift. They only give a portion of their time. And there are very few people that engage 100%. And I've seen it over and over. I've looked at this. I've analyzed this. I've looked at people who give 20% of their potential or 30% of their potential. But what they do for themselves is different. When they get their own, they're all gung-ho. If you are employed, and I keep saying this, give 100% everything. Work as if this is your business. And watch what God will do for you. Because what you do when you're following, when people follow you, they're going to give it to you, but it's going to be in a harvest fashion. So give 100%. I may be faulted when I preach for maybe preaching too long or giving too much. A lot of people say, listen, your sermons are loaded. But I want to do the best that I can when I stand behind a podium. It doesn't matter in whose church. I'm going to serve as if it's my own, as if it's my own comfort, as if it's, and I never can give enough. And I study and I study and I study all day, all night. And a lot of times my staff say, you know this stuff like the back of your hand. Why do you have to study? Because I want to outperform my last performance. I want to do better than I did before. And every single day, whether you own a business or whether you don't, whether you have clients and customers, what you want to do is to exceed your yesterday's performance. And ask yourself the question, how can I say it better, write it better? How can I drive better? How can I serve better? What can I do? And that will put you in the realm of innovation. And you will always be redefining who you are. You will always be re-engineering your brand. And once you have a brand, look, people want bigger, better, brighter. That's what they want. But if you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, then people are going to be bored and they're going to go to the next person. And so you've got to be able to understand that that's what a dream is going to do. A dream is going to push you forward. It's not going to have you looking back at what you did yesterday, or what you said yesterday, or what car you engineered yesterday, or what building you architect yesterday, or what song you did yesterday. Once the song is sung, you're going to ask God, give me a more impactful song. Once a building is built, God, give me a new architectural rendition. Now they're building disappearing buildings. And it's already built. It's fantastic. Now they're looking at building buildings that it used to have helipads, but now they're going to be landing these new aircrafts, and they're looking at new types of garages where they can land these new flying machines and flying cars and flying taxis and whatever Uber is creating right now. And listen, once you start dreaming and your dream turns into innovation, do you not know how many industries are impacted? We talk about flying cars, but every industry is impacted. Every industry is impacted by a flying car. Every industry. And so when Joseph has this dream, he dreams not just about him in his industry, but how what he's doing is going to affect all of the other industries and how it's going to affect the world. And this is why you can never say that your dream is too small or it's not good enough. Whatever dream God has given you, whether it's a book or whether it's a breakthrough or whether it's a dream for your children, when we read Genesis chapter 48 and 49. Jacob was given a dream for his grandsons and a dream for his children, and he was able to speak and release that dream. I see you as, and even if it's your children, can you imagine Einstein's mother, where the educational institution said, your son has a learning disability? That is because the educational system cannot measure innovation. It cannot measure the level of intelligence that certain people have because of learning styles. There's a teaching style, but a learning style. And just because your son and your daughter doesn't have the ability to learn like other people, it doesn't mean that they have a learning disability. Be careful about putting your children on these drugs. And a lot of children are learned through movement. They don't have hyperactivity and these kinds of DSM conditions that they're trying to push drugs on. They don't need drugs. They need a field to run in. They don't need drugs. They need to be outside. They need to be exploring. They need to be with other children. Some children learn physically, kinesthetically. They're never going to be a scientist. They're dancers, and dancers move. Singers sing. And I talked all my life, and on all of my cards and all of my whatever you call them, the cards that you get, and all of my report cards, it says Cindy is a good student, but she talks too much. And now people hire me to do what? Talk. And so we are trying to use the same testing for a elephant as we do a fish. It is doing our children a disservice. And where are the educators with dreams? Where are those that are designing new kinds of testing? Where are the educators that would dare to say the current educational system is no longer serving our children, and the powers that be don't seem like they're going to change? I'm going to start my own school. What God has given you to dream, He wants it to come to pass. So a dream prepares you for a successful future that is much greater and grander than anything that you can ever imagine. You got to dream and keep on dreaming. Number 2, a dream is a heavenly pattern emanating from a spiritual dimension. And I keep saying that the spirit realm is a causal realm. Exodus 25:9 and 40 says, according to all that I showed thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall you make it. And look, that thou make them after the pattern which was showed thee in the mountain. And this is a conversation that God is having to Moses. Moses, you don't have to conjure it up. I'm going to give you the pattern. And so we know that a dream is a heavenly pattern that is emanating from a spiritual dimension. Number 3, a dream is a prophetic mental manifestation. Joel 2:28 says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old man shall dream dreams. Your young man shall see visions. And number 3, a dream is God's plan revealed to man. A man's destiny is actually forged by his capacity and ability to dream. Dreams come from God's mind, which is like a photograph, and your mind becomes a photo album. And He turns your mind into this amazing prophetic photo album, and you have to be able to put the pieces together. And this is why I say, when you have a dream, begin to use your dream to develop your prayer points and your prophetic declarations, so that point in the future, it's like a womb that holds everything that you need for that dream to come to pass. When you're able to pray about it, when you're able to decree and declare, you cause those wombs to contract. And whatever is the resources that you need, those resources will be ready at its set time. A dream requires the use of your creative faculty called imagination. And let me stop here and give you a definition. So imagination leads to innovation, and innovation is the ability to harness creativity towards anything that will help to push humanity forward. And so when you talk about a creative person, you talk about Albert Einstein, and this is what he said: imagination is more important than knowledge. For while knowledge defines all we currently know and understand, imagination points to all we might yet discover and create. And so imagination is tied to something in your future. And imagination gives rise to creativity. And creativity is the skill of bringing something new and valuable that does not exist to the table. Therefore, creative people do more than just break away from old patterns. They do more than find alternatives. They break things. They disrupt things. They diverge from familiar patterns. And this is why the first thing that I said was that a dream is a heavenly pattern. And so this pattern makes you a divergent thinker. There's familiar patterns, there's familiar ways of doing things, and they diverge from those patterns, then they converge onto new solutions. They break laws to remake them. They make hard decisions about what to include and what to eliminate. Creative people are hard to live with because they're always changing and always breaking things, and people get easily frustrated. Just when you're settled in to a rhythm of something, innovative people change it, they break it, they disrupt it, and their aim is newness. And the Bible said, behold, I do new things. And the Bible talks about creative person